Hey everyone, it's Riley. Thank you for joining me to flip through another custom bullet journal. So for those of you who don't know, I sell custom bullet journals over on Etsy, so all of my customers get to choose exactly what they want inside their journal. So for most people, that looks like having some yearly spreads, monthly spreads, and weekly spreads to help them with like planning and tracking habits and things like that. But today's journal is actually a little bit different. So recently I had a customer order 2 journals from me at the same time. That has never happened before. I don't know, I celebrate little things like this in my shop. But anyway, she ordered 2 journals. One of them was to track like her wellness, and one of them was to track family memories. So the journal that we're flipping through today is the journal that she requested to help track her wellness. So she sent me a little spreadsheet with all of the different pages that she wanted. So lots of them are pretty new, but I hope that you enjoy them. And if you do, if you think some of these spreads would be helpful for you, or you particularly like some designs, let me know down in the comments which part of this journal you like the best. And if you're interested in purchasing a journal for yourself, or you just want to see more of the behind the scenes, some still shots, you can find both my Etsy shop and my Instagram account linked in the description. So this is the journal that we're flipping through today. It's an Archer and Olive journal, and I absolutely love this journal. I don't think I've ever seen it on their website. It's like this cool sort of leathery feel with this cute little cloud design. And if you're interested in getting an Archer and Olive journal for yourself, I do have a discount code down in the description. So this journal is for 2022, and it's just to track her wellness throughout the year. So to start off the year, we've got a year at a glance over here, then a year in pixels, and she can customize her key. Then she's got a spot for some goals. So she wanted to set spiritual goals, emotional goals, and physical goals. And then there's just bigger spaces for each of these types of goals. So for these yearly spreads, I didn't really choose like a super intense theme. I did add a few leaves and some washi tape. This, by the way, is from the Washi tape shop, and I will also have a discount code for them linked below. But basically I just went with some key colors, this blue, and some washi tape. Then she's got her reading goals, and I drew a little bookshelf here for her to write in the different books that she wants to read. And then she's got a blank page here before getting into the yearly spreads. So before we continue on with the video, I want to say a quick thank you to our sponsor today, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions of people come together to take the next step in their creative journey. They offer thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. I just recently completed a class called Hand Lettering in Procreate, Fundamentals to Finishing Touches with Gia Graham, and I learned so much. The amazing thing about Skillshare is that it's curated specifically for learning, so there are no ads, and they are always launching new premium classes so that you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. So if you're looking to learn a new skill this summer, please don't forget to check out the description box, because the first 1,000 people to use the link will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare so that you can explore your creativity. So for the yearly spreads, she did give me quite a few theme ideas, but also a bit of flexibility. And she mentioned that her favorite color is blue, and that she really likes to pair it with different like muted colors. So I tried to do lots of that throughout the journal. So here's January, and I did this little hedgehog theme using some of my Crayola Colors of the World markers, which I've been loving a lot. So every month has a title page that includes a little calendar, and then a goals and notes page to the side. And then we've got our health and fitness trackers. So there's a spot for her to write down her goals for the month, a check-in for her bigger goals, and then what sorts of rewards she's having. And then here's a spot to track, more like track her health and fitness. So here's the little calendar for the month, and then she can write here sort of what kinds of exercise or workout she's focusing on that day. So for example, maybe cardio, yoga, rest day, whatever she wants, she can write those in here and then color the box accordingly. And similar thing for health, she can write down different like symptoms that she's having or medications that she's using, and then color the daily boxes in when that happens. And then there's just a spot for notes at the bottom where she can write down different fitness achievements, different health issues that come up, anything like that. Then we get into her trackers, and January is the only month where I set them up like this. I kind of changed it for the other months, but it still includes all the same stuff. So we've got a pain tracker over here. So she's in recovery from an injury, so she wants to track her pain each day of the month. So over here she can track the intensity, and then there's a key as well, so where specifically that pain is coming from, she can write that down and then use the corresponding color to draw a line for how intense the pain is on that day. And then again, there's a spot for some notes about the progress that she's making. Then there's a mood tracker and a sleep tracker, and these are pretty standard. I've done these in a lot of journals before. Then she's got a spread for gratitude and for self-care. And then there's a page just for her to be creative and to track the different creative things that she's doing throughout the month. Then she's got a spread to track her spiritual growth or spiritual progress and her goals throughout the month. So if she wants to write down what she reads or things like that, she can record all of that here. Then we get into February. So all of the months follow the same like formula as January, but of course I used different themes. So for February, we've got a little mug with some flowers coming out of it. And I used more of my stamps. These ones are from Paperwrld, and again, I do have a discount for those as well that you can find down in the description. So other than January, all of the months have their trackers like this. So the pain tracker is over here. She can still track her intensity and where in the body the pain is coming from, but then it sort of fits a little bit better with the mood and sleep trackers and leaves a bigger spot for notes. Next we've got March, and March is one of my favorite themes. I just love doing these little blueberries. So I used my really light Tombow dual tip brush pen to do these blueberries, and then sort of added some little like layered boxes around it. I really love making like headings like this where you just kind of fill a box with whatever design you want. For this month it was obviously blueberries, and then you can just write your heading either over top or kind of in a corner where it's blank. Then we've got April. So for April, I decided to do a paint roller theme, which I've done quite a few times, but as you can tell, this one is totally different. So I'm gonna link my yearly setup video because I did a paint roller theme there where it was very much like uniform paint rollers. So here I decided to have them kind of going at all different angles, and I used washi tape for the paint. But if you don't have washi tape, you can definitely just use marker. That's what I used for my own personal journal at the beginning of the year. So again, we've got a little calendar on the title page, then a spot for some notes and goals. Then we get into her health and fitness tracker. So goals, monthly check-in, and rewards. And then here she can use this little key to track what's going on with her health and what kinds of workouts she's doing for fitness, and make some notes. So this paint roller theme, I mean, lots of these themes were pretty simple, but this paint roller theme is definitely one of the easiest themes if you're just looking for something quick that you can put in your own journal. Next we've got May. So for May, she asked for a puzzle theme. So I did puzzle pieces and sort of like abstract elements with my black marker for the month of May. Here I actually made like a big mistake. So I had to tape on these papers. So what I did was I wrote the heading health and fitness, but then filled the page with all of the trackers before I realized that the heading did not match what was on the page. So I had to cover up the headings for this month. So I often get asked about like what I do if I make mistakes, because these are other people's journals and they expect them not to be full of mistakes. So what I do is if it's a small mistake, I'll usually just use white gel pen and color over top. You would be surprised how much a white gel pen can fix. When it's slightly bigger, I'll like turn it into something new. Like for example, if I messed up on a different blue thing here, I would just cover it with like something bigger that uses that same color, like a puzzle piece. And if it's really big, like it was here, that's when I have to bring in some different papers or washi tape or something like that to cover it up. So then we've got her health and fitness page, so I did end up switching the order of these 2 pages in this month. But then it gets back to normal with her gratitude and self-care, and then her spot for creativity and spiritual growth. Then I've got June. So June is seahorses, and I kind of like this theme. I've never done it before, but it's one that she asked for, and I think it turned out kind of cute. These seahorses were actually surprisingly easy to draw. I mean, you definitely could draw more intricate seahorses than this, but I like using just really simple doodles that can be easily repeated all throughout the month. Then we've got July. So for July, I went full collage mode. So like everything in here was pasted on. So this sort of craft paper grid, this is a very thick roll of washi tape that I got from OBUJO. And again, I do have a discount code for them linked below. And then everything else I've mentioned before. So the stamps and the washi tape shop products, they're all linked below as well. So then we've got her health and fitness page, and again I did lots of collaging here too. Oh, and these little sticky notes I forgot to mention, those are from Stationery Pal, and I do have a discount code for them too. Collaging like this, it always turns out to be like one of my favorite themes, but I don't love doing it too much just because it's not easy to replicate. Like one of the things I like to do is make themes that you guys can easily make with the supplies that you have, but when I'm using like a bunch of different washi tape and like obscure things, it's not really easy to repeat. So that's why I don't do tons of collaging. Then we've got August, and actually August is another one of my favorites. I did these really small like hot air balloons, and I did them the same way that I do my jellyfish. So just like coloring the basic shape with marker and then using white gel pen to make designs on top. I think that's a really simple way to make your doodles kind of exciting. Then we've got September. So for September, I did a tiny house theme. And again, I used my Colors of the World markers for these neutral colors here, and then my Crayola Super Tips for all of the other colors up there. So you can see the first few pages of the month are really busy. They actually took me quite a bit of time to put together because they're not the typical like weekly spreads that I normally do. But the last half of the month is very open, so lots of just like sort of titles and borders, and then space for her to reflect, add in pictures, whatever she wants to, just sort of track her progress throughout the month. Then we've got October, so I did a nice cozy theme for October. There's a blanket rolled up here with a book and then a mug of tea on top. Then for November, she asked for a book theme, so I used a strip of washi tape here to make a little bookshelf, and then just added books. And again, just like with the seahorses and the hot air balloons, I did really simple doodles and then just used white gel pen to add the extra designs to them. And then we get to the final month, which is December. So for December, I did a little gnomes theme, and I have done one of these before, but I used more of like a vibrant red and green. So for this month, I decided to use really, really muted colors for sort of a burgundy and green, and I really like how it looks. I've been so into muted colors lately, and she told me that she is too, so I hope she'll like this gnome version. And that brings us to the end of the journal. This is a 160-page journal from Archer and Olive, so all she's got left is one empty page for her to sort of reflect on the year. Thank you all so much for joining me to flip through another bullet journal today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.